Hi, hello guys. It's good to see you again. We're going to work together now with the class of Sociocultural and Tourist Animation. And well, we're going to be working like exactly the same as we worked in the last subject. I mean, one video and one class each week. And well, I'm going to be uploading more material to the class platform. And put your headphones or earphones on and let's go, guys. Well, we have talked a little bit about what animation is, about some concepts, a little bit about the background of the animation. But I would like to talk to you or to tell you new basic or some basic concepts that are important for you to know. First, we're going to talk about the tourist animation concept, the one that is established by the World Tourism Organization. It says tourist animation. It means every action performed on or about a group, community, or environment with the intention of developing communication and guarantee the social life. As you can see, animation is making activities or participating in activities together. I mean, a group of people, right? But it must be voluntary, okay, for entertainment purposes or sharing the culture. And obviously it has to promote the human interaction in this way to improve the social life, right? Well, the second concept is the leisure. What is the leisure? All of us, we have a lot of leisure in our lives, okay, and we used to do some leisure activities. You know what the leisure activities are, but what exactly is leisure? Okay, leisure, it can be considered free time from the demands, or the time that is free from the demands of work or duty, when one can rest or we can rest, enjoy hobbies or sports. It's the time when we are not studying, we are not working, or we don't have another duty or another responsibility. It's time that we can use freely, and we can do whatever we want, and we can use it to do some personal or entertainment activities, right? The next concept is entertainment. The entertainment is the action of providing or being provided with amusement or enjoyment. The activities that we do because we want to do them, right? Because of amusement, enjoyment, because of entertainment. Well, entertainment itself, right? Like maybe jogging, maybe swimming, watching TV, watching a movie, etc. Well, leisure activities, entertainment activities. And recreation, it says that it is the refreshment of strength and spirit after work. Okay, usually with entertainment and with recreation there is a difference, right? Entertainment is just based on that, right? As the word says, amusement and enjoyment. And usually with recreation we use some activities that are good for us, right? Maybe something that is good for our body, for our soul, for our mind, something that is going to be good for us as human beings. Okay. Well, the next concept is motivation. It says internal and external factors that stimulate desire and energy in people to be continually interested and committed to a job, role, or subject, or to make an effort to attain a goal. Well, what is motivation? Motivation is everything that make us to do something, right? For example, it is important to know what the motivation is, and it is important to understand how to motivate people, because now we are talking about entertainment, about recreation, and about animation, right? Imagine that you work as animators or are as entertainers in a hotel, right? Part of the animation is to make people to participate, because this needs to be a voluntary participation, and we need to understand how to motivate the people. So that's why it's important to understand what motivation is. Motivation is everything that makes people to do something. So we need to know how to encourage people, okay, to make them to do something, or to make them to participate in our activity, but in a voluntary way. Sometimes the people like things or like activities, but they don't know that they are going to like, or that they like, or they are not conscious about that they are going to enjoy it. Okay, and we need to know how to stimulate, okay, to stimulate them to participate and to motivate them, to make them do something. Okay, well, that is motivation, and that's why motivation is important in animation. Animator or entertainer. What's an animator of entertainer? It says he or she is responsible for the organization and delivery of the daytime and evening entertainment program suited to all hotel guests, providing them with a memorable holiday experience. Exactly, this is something that we were talking about in the class, right? We talked about animation, and we said that the animation is important in an organization or in a hotel, because it's going to promote the human interaction. Is going to be good for the social life, but also is good for the hotel, because it's something that is going to give the people a memorable experience. If the people have memorable experience, they will have an emotional connection with the company, emotional connection with the hotel. And if they have this kind of connection, this means loyalty for the hotel. Okay, it also is good because it's going to make the people to stay more time in the hotel, and this is going to increase the profitability of the hotel. It's going to increase the profits of the hotel, right? Well, it says that it's responsible for organization, delivery, daytime and evening entertainment, and it says that it's must be suited to all the hotel guests. Why? Because we need to make an activities or to organize activities for all the people, dedicated in all the people. Remember that it's not the same to entertain, for example, a group of teenagers than entertain a group of old people, a group of kids, for example. So it is different, and the techniques are different, and also the abilities and the skills required for an entertainer or an animator are different, right? So the program needs to be focused in every single person, in all kind of people in the hotel. Okay. Well, that's it. Now let's go to talk a little bit about the background of animation. Well, background of animation. Animation has existed in the human being life since the beginning of the human being, right? Because the animation or the leisure or the entertainment is the result of the free time. In ancient time, we used to do other activities or more activities, right? But we have always had free time, and we have looked for a way to use that free time in a good way for us. It could be with entertainment activities or with recreation activities, right? And difference, remember, entertainment in something that is funny, something that is going to give you some maybe happiness, enjoyment, amusement, and recreation is something that is good for you, is good for your body, for your soul, or for you in an integrative way as human beings, right? Well, but the animation has evolved a lot. In the beginning, it was just like some recreational activities like the Olympic Games, or some other entertainment activities like drum and circus. Okay, we mentioned that, we commented that in the class, right? But one thing that has changed in the animation, it was that before, in the ancient times, the tourism, the free time, the animation was just for the privileged sectors of the population of the society. I mean, just some part, I mean, of the higher class of people, they used to have free time. The other part were poor people who had to work a lot, or who had, or maybe some of them were slaves. So remember that slavery existed in ancient times. So a lot of people used to work all day or all night long, and they didn't have uh, free time. Nowadays, the free time is for everybody, right? It's for all the sectors of the population. The leisure is also a necessity of the human being, because we can't just work for, I mean, 100 hours a week or something like that, or 7 days, 24/7. It is not possible, right? We need free time. We need free time between each week, and we need vacations, because if we don't have vacations, we feel stressed, and this stress is going to be accumulated in our body, in our mind, okay, and this is going to be something very bad for us. We can get sick just for having stress, right, or for being stressed. That's why the vacations or the free time is a necessity, okay. So it is for all sectors of the population. Leisure is considered, or and is recognized, a necessity for the companies, for the laws, for the government. It's something that has changed uh, since the beginning of the animation and the free time and the leisure in ancient times. Okay, tourism industry is more demanding every day. This is something that has changed a lot, because now we have more activities to do, and we, as tourist providers and tourist animators, we need to adapt our activities and adapt our strategies to this new world, to these new necessities, to these new needs of the people. Okay, and after the tourist sector boom, which was in between the beginning of the 90s to the second part of the 19th century, I mean after 1950, where, I mean that remember that we had this like boom of the means of transportations, with the airplanes, with the cruiser ships, with the automobile. I mean, we didn't have cars before, now we have cars. So now it's easier to travel, and this has had a result, a boom of the tourism. The tourists has or have traveled a lot since that boom, and with these new necessities have grown up in the people, have grown in the people, right? So this has, as a result, that now we need animation in the hotels, and another position, or a new position, has been created, which is a tourist animator or a tourist entertainer, right? Well, the sociocultural animation, as is known nowadays, emerged in France in the 1960s. Okay, I commented to you that after some efforts of the workers in France, they used to fight for their rights, and one of those rights was the free time and vacations. Their government created some programs to allow the people to have free time or to have vacations every period, and they created some villages, or some small villages, where and they created in those villages tourist destinations, and they trained the people, or on those villages, to entertain or to give animation to the visitors, right? This as a result, they were created the ville de vacances that nowadays they already exist. Okay, they still exist, right? So look for it, look for ville de vacances, and look for the interchange programs that exist with Ames Tour and all the tourism schools to go to France and to have an animation experience. Okay. Well, sociocultural animation Now it's part of the non-formal education and the permanent education. Why? Because sociocultural animation is to participate in activities in groups, but trying to reinforce the culture and trying to reinforce the social life of the people. So this is something that needs to be present in all the education that we have since we grew up, not just nowadays. Since we started to study, okay, we needed to have these kind of activities to be socially healthy, right? I mean, to develop our social skills in a healthy way. And this is something that is very necessary to allow us to relate with all people, to improve our interactions with other people. Did you hear that? That you oh, come on. Well, we continue, guys. We're going to talk a little bit about what are the functions of the tourist animations. What are the function of the social-cultural and tourist animation, right? Well, one of these function of the social-cultural animation is the social function. Remember that we are human beings and we need to relate to others, okay? And as social beings, we need to reinforce our interactions or to improve our interactions. Remember that every human interaction is a cultural exchange, okay? And it is something that is very necessary for us to learn how to live together in a society. Okay? It encourages the integration of the individual in the social environment that is immersed. That is the definition of the social function, and it is very, very necessary in our lives to be healthy in a social way. Okay. The second one is the cultural function. It says this allows the promotion of the art and historical work, the direct contact of the tourists with them, and also with the culture of the region. But remember that the culture is everything that makes us to be what we are, and we all are different. So every human interaction means cultural interchange. No matter if you are from other parts of the world or if you are neighbors, right? You are different with different beliefs, with different costumes, with different traditions, with different ways of thinking or the ways of life, right? So that is the cultural function. And the third function is a marketing function. It says tourists recommendation of services allows increasing their sales and increase their profits, highlighting a differentiated service. Yes, the animation exists to provide memorable experiences. Okay, and not just that, right? Well, yes, memorable experiences, but the memorable experiences are going to have other consequences. If you go to a hotel and you have this memorable experience and you feel identified with the hotel, you feel that they understand your needs, and they understand you, and they are thinking in you, and they make you feel special. Okay, and they create these emotional link between you and the company and the hotel. As a result, you are going to recommend this hotel, okay, with other people, right? And you are attracting more visitors or more guests for the hotel. That is the marketing function. Also, because if you stay more time in the hotel, you are going to spend more money. If you spend more money, it's going to be more. You are increasing the profits in the hotel. So the profitability of the hotel is going to be better. Okay, that is the marketing function. Okay. Now let's see the goals of the tourist animation. Let's go. Now, while we have seen the goals of tourist animation, we're going to talk about it, right? It says to create an environment of communication between guests from different countries, sex, age, religion, through the activities carried out, no matter your cultural differences. This has the function of create the interaction and the interchange of the culture. So this is something good because as more culture you know, a better person you will be, right? To get the interest of guests by the customs and tradition of the region. Part of this animation is not just to create group activities, sorry, not just to create the interaction. If you visit a place, obviously you want to learn about that place, okay? If you don't want to learn, maybe you are not interested, the function of the animator or the entertainer is to create the interest in you in knowing the culture of a place. So it's a very important part or very important function of the animation to share the culture. Okay. The next one says to link the client to the community by means of the sociocultural and historical heritage of the region. Yes, it's to make you feel part of a community, to make you feel part of a place. Okay, there is a slogan of a company that says, "Don't visit a place, live in there." Okay, it means that it's better to know a place and to have a richer experience. Is to feel immersed in that place, immersed in the culture, to feel that you are part of it and to participate in the activities of that place. The next one, to use of leisure time to gain a better quality of life. In leisure, we can use leisure for entertainment and for recreation. This means that the use of time for recreation, for something that is good for you, for your body, for yourself, for you as a person, as a human being. Finally, to improve the profitability of the hotel, causing customers to repeat this stay again, providing also the entry of new guests. Yes, what we mentioned. If you feel well in a place, you are going to recommend it and you are going to repeat your stay, right? And if you recommend it, you are going to attract more clients. So, this is part of the marketing function of the animation, okay? Well, guys, we're going to finish here. I hope you enjoyed this class. I think, well, these are very, very simple concepts. It's something that is very easy to understand. But if you have any question, if you have any doubt, don't hesitate to ask me here in the video to get the participation or in the Peja Lizard WhatsApp group. Okay? Well, see you again. See you around, guys. See you next time. Have a good week, and I will be uploading some homework for you in the classroom platform. So please be aware of it. See you.